Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Yes, I know, wherever you are in the world, it may not be Sunday, but it's Sunday when this video is published. It's actually Friday when I'm recording it, but meh, I'm back. I hope you behaved yourselves while I was away. And while I've just realized that I'm wearing the same Dutch Angel Dragon hoodie that I was wearing when I filmed these episodes before I went away, I can assure you it has been washed, I have been washed, and the toilet roll has been removed. Some of you commented in the last few videos that there was a toilet roll, which goes back to when I had a cold a couple of months ago, and it was the easiest thing to use to blow my nose. Anyway, what I would like to talk to you about today for these Sunday musings, as some of you suggested last week, is not so much a topic of discussion, but I suppose a bit of a rant. You see, a couple of weeks ago, in fact, it was a month ago now, I was on the lookout for a Chevrolet dealer that I could get my car serviced at, because the original Chevrolet dealer that we purchased our Chevrolet Bolt EV from no longer exists. It was a family-run business. It was part of a fairly large dealership in Portland that did Subarus and did Chevrolet. The business has been sold, and for whatever reason, the Chevrolet side of the business no longer exists. The Subaru side is being run by someone else, and so I'm looking elsewhere to get my Bolt EV serviced and maintained. I was also on the lookout for a tail light wiring kit for towing, so that when we travel to CES in Las Vegas in January, and we've got one of those big luggage boxes on the back of the car, on the tow hitch that was fitted by Chevrolet when we bought the car, the lights could be plugged in on the back of that so that people knew what we were going to do. Because, in case you don't know, the Chevrolet Bolt EV has indicators that are really low down on the bumper. So if you have one of those luggage carriers or you're using a bike carrier on your hitch, then it can obscure your tail lights and it makes it difficult for people to see what you're going to do. So I was on the lookout for a kit that I could just have wired into my Bolt, and nobody would do it. No dealerships want to touch it because, as far as they are concerned, the Bolt EV is not built to tow. And even though I say I'm not going to tow with it, I'm just going to use one of those hitch-mounted luggage boxes, they don't want to know. And they've told me that if I fit one, I will void my warranty. Which brings me to the topic of today's video. Stupid things that dealerships have said to you when it comes to cars, specifically electric vehicles, but you can tell me things that they've said to you in regard to other vehicles too. I've noticed since moving to the United States that the amount of bovine byproduct that dealerships give me specifically is a lot higher than it was in England. And there seems to be a lot more respect in the UK for women who know car stuff. I never seem to have any issues in the UK with people mansplaining to me. And if I did, it was like an occasional instance rather than the norm. Over here, it's very much, you are a woman, you don't know about cars, let me explain it for you. And so I've had some really crazy things said to me recently. Number one, when I was asking about getting the light package fitted, they said, no, it will void your warranty. And then I mentioned something about Tyres, because they said that the package that we have on our car as part of our rental scheme, which allows me to go over mileage on my lease mileage by like 1,500 miles, also includes free tyre swaps and stuff like that. And when I asked for more information, well, when I was told this, I said, well, that's a shame, I've just put my winter tyres on. To which the salesperson got really, really concerned and said, well, you've just voided your warranty. And I said, pardon? Yeah, you can only put Michelin Energy Savers on your Bolt EV, the stock OEM tyres. You can't put any other tyres on because you will void your warranty. What? And the explanation that I got was, wait for it, that the torque of the regenerative braking when used with non-stock tyres could damage the car's regenerative braking system. In other words, if we use tyres that were not supplied with the car and then we braked using regenerative braking, we could somehow break the regenerative braking system. Now, I'm not an engineer, but I can tell you that is complete hogwash. And when I brought up the case to the person in question about these winter tyres, and I said, well, I go up Mount Hood in the winter. There's snow in Mount Hood. I'm driving to Las Vegas in January. I've got to go over at least 2 mountain passes to get there. I have to have winter tyres on my car, otherwise I'm going to get stuck. And they just shrugged at me. And I said, well, okay, so would you let me put chains on the car? And they went, no, that would void the warranty. And my mind is just completely blown. Obviously, I'm not going to be using that dealership for sales and service. Not that I ever did, but I'm not going to be going there. But this kind of crazy, stupid nonsense that is told to customers about their cars, it's very easy to understand why misinformation exists in the automotive world and why it exists specifically in the electric car world. Because if you think, if dealerships are misinforming consumers on things that are fairly everyday in the automotive world, like tyres, wiring packages for tow hitches, if they can't get those things right, snow chains, if they can't get those things right, then what on earth are they telling customers about charging? Now, I've encountered plenty of people before who've been told by dealerships that the standard J1772 or Type 2 connector, depending on which country you're in, that comes with most EVs on the market today is the so-called fast charge, because the dealerships refer to the slow charge as being the granny lead that comes with your car. And so I know someone locally, I'm not going to name them, who purchased a Bolt EV with fast charge, was what they were told by the dealership. But it turns out that it didn't have DC quick charging because the dealership misunderstood or conflated whatever these terms, either intentionally, unintentionally, to make a sale, couldn't be bothered to check. And it's crazy, this amount of misinformation and stupidity. And I'm sure it's not just Chevy dealers. I've encountered it at Nissan. I've heard of people encountering it at pretty much every make. And let's also not forget that some of the crazy doesn't stop there. This week, in fact, today, I was reading one of the Tesla forums, and there was a guy on there who was charged, wait for it, $35 by Tesla, by a Tesla service center, to check the tire pressure on his wheels. Just let that sink in for a moment. Most tire places around here check your tire pressure for free. But this guy was being charged $35 to check his tire pressures, like it was some special secret sauce task. Now, benefit of the doubt to Tesla, I'm sure that's going to be resolved. I'm sure if Elon Musk finds out about it, it will be fixed and remedied. But it shows that stupid is not just a mainstream automaker thing too. So what crazy things have you been told about your car that have just made you go, no? What things have you been told about EVs that have just made you go, no? This is things that have been told to you by dealerships, whether it comes to buying a car or servicing a car. And let's build a list of the stupid, and maybe we'll do a special video at Christmas time talking about, the 10 most common stupid things that dealerships say to people when it comes to EVs. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, you can support us through Patreon, and I would love it if you could, because I've been looking at the bills for going to CES, and we're already into the thousands of dollars because I'm interviewing a camera person tomorrow. We are looking to get some new camera gear, and that's going to be expensive. And I'm pulling my hair out. These bags, they're real. Also, tell everyone about the channel. Subscribe to Transport Evolved Take 2 if you fancy it. Go to our swag shop at Teespring and buy one of our new designs. We've got some great new designs that have been made by Erin that you can go and buy. Probably still time to buy them for Christmas. And finally, we now have a Discord server. So if you are a gamer boy yo, or gamer girl yo, you know what Discord is. I know, I intentionally made that sound bad. If you know what Discord is and you want to join in with the chat, either voice or text, there's a link below to show you how to join our Discord server. I hope the rest of your day goes fantastically well. I hope next week is splendid, and as always, keep evolving.